Okay, students. So let us now derive an equation of settling velocity. Okay. So derivation of settling velocity. Okay. So the first thing, what is the meaning of settling velocity? What is the meaning of settling velocity? So the uniform velocity with which any discrete particle will settle at the bottom of the tank is known as settling velocity. Okay, again, the uniform velocity with which any discrete particle will settle and down at the bottom of the tank is known as settling velocity. Okay, so consider that this is a particular particle. Okay, now this particle will be under the effect of two type of forces. The first one is the gravitational force, right, and the second one will be buoyant force, right. Second one will be buoyant force. Now there can be three cases possible. Case 1, if gravitational force is greater than the buoyant force, what will happen? The particle will sink or settle. Agree? If the gravitational force is more than the buoyant force is due to the usually the force of the water, right? So if the gravitational force is more compared to the buoyant force, what will happen is the particle is definitely going to settle down, right? Then second case, if Fg is less than Fb, that is gravitational force is less than buoyant force, then what will happen is the particle will float on the water. Agree? And the third case, if Fg equals to Fb, then what will happen is the particle will remain in suspension, right? It will neither float, it will neither sink, right? Clear? So uh, now we know that F equals to mg, right, by Newton's law, right. So can I write that gravitational force in place of this particular mass, I am writing density of particle into volume of particle, right? Can I write? Why? Because density is equals to mass upon volume, right? So can I write that mass will be equals to density into volume, right? So density into volume, right? So clear? So let me write over here that density will rho p will be density of particle, vp will be volume of particle, and g is the gravitational force, right? Now this is the gravitational force which is acting. What about buoyant force? So buoyant force will be due to density of water, volume of particle is the same, gravitation is the same, right? So only thing that will change is the density, right? Clear? So what is gravitational force? That is equals to rho p vp into g. And what is buoyant force? Rho w vp into g, right? Now for a particle to settle down, that is for sedimentation process, right, what is necessary? Gravitational force should be greater than the buoyant force, right? So can I write that F net should be equals to Fg minus Fb, right? So this will be equals to rho P minus rho W into Vp into G, right? Let me elaborate over here only. So this will be rho P Vp into G minus rho W Vp into G. So what I have taken out common is Vp into G. So this will be rho P minus rho W into Vp into G, right? Now, once the particle starts settling, third force comes into action, right? So I am writing over here, once the particle starts settling, third force which is known as drag force comes into picture, comes into effect. Okay, so now what should be there is F net should be greater than or equals to the drag force, right? So if the net force is greater than or equals to drag force, then and then only the particle will settle. Okay, so drag force given by Newton is CD AP rho W Vs square upon 2, right, where CD is the drag coefficient, okay, then AP is the area of particle, right, then rho W we know, density of water, and Vs is known as the settling velocity, right? So what will happen is, now we have seen over here that if net force is either greater than or equals to drag force, then and then what will happen is the particle will sink. Now the drag force is given by this particular formula. So now let us equate the above equation, that is the 1 and the 2, right? So what will happen is G rho P minus rho W into Vp will be equals to CD AP rho W Vs square upon 2, right? Clear? Now, after overcoming drag force, particle will attain terminal velocity and settle down, right? So, what is the meaning of terminal velocity? I am explaining. So let me first write it down, that after overcoming the drag force, right, particle will attain terminal velocity, right? So terminal velocity is the velocity when acceleration is 0 and velocity is constant, right? So now we want to find out the equation of settling velocity. So what we will do is, we will make subject to the formula as Vs in the next step, right? So let me first write the previous step once again. So G into rho P minus rho W into Vp, that is velocity of particle, CD AP rho W Vs square upon 2, right? So therefore, making subject to the formula as Vs, 2 will go on this side, so 2G rho P minus rho W into Vp upon CD AP into rho W, right? Now Vp upon AP, volume of particle, that will be pi by 6 d cube, and what is area of particle, that is pi by 4 d square. So this will be equals to 2 by 3, right? So Vp upon AP can be written as 2 by 3 into d, right? So here 2g into rho p minus rho w upon CD into rho w, and Vp upon AP will be 2 by 3 of d. Clear? So this will be equals to 4 by 3 into G into D into rho P minus rho W upon CD into rho W, right? This equation is known as Newton's law of velocity for settling, right? This is Newton's law of settling velocity. Clear? So Vs will be equals to, can I write as under root of 4 by 3 into G into D into, now rho P by rho W minus 1, clear, upon CD as it is. So now density of any particle to density of water is known as specific gravity, right? So what will be the final equation, will be Vs equals to under root 4 by 3 G D upon CD into capital G minus 1. So this will be the final equation of settling velocity. Clear? Okay, so moving further, right, let us talk for the particular particle size less than, okay, so moving further, for particle size, for particle size less than 0.1 mm diameter, okay, so smaller is the particle, lesser will be the inertia, right? So according to Stokes law, according to Stokes law, for particle size less than 0.1 mm, inertia is neglected. Inertia is neglected. Okay. So the drag force given by Stokes is given by the formula 3 pi mu Vs into D, right? Now comparing both the drag force, right? So 3 pi mu Vs into D will be equals to CD AP rho W Vs square upon 2. Okay, so here therefore CD will be equals to 6 pi mu D upon AP rho W to Vs. Okay, now area of particle, that is circular in diameter. So area of particle will be pi by 4 d square, right? So this will be 6 pi mu d square upon pi by 4 into d square into rho w into Vs, right? So this will be equals to 24 mu upon rho w Vs into d. Now we know that Reynolds number is rho Vd by mu, right? So can I write this as 24 upon Re, right? So what we got is that drag coefficient is 24 upon Re, right? Now we will put this particular coefficient in the equation over here, that is the first one here, this equation, right? So from equation of settling velocity, that is Vs square equals to 4 by 3 Gd rho p minus rho w upon Cd into rho w, right? So what we'll do is we'll place Cd equals to 24 upon Re, right, or rho Vd by mu itself. So here it will be 4 by 3 G d rho p minus rho w upon rho w, right? And in place of Cd, what I am doing is 24 into rho w Vs d upon mu. Okay, so Vs square will be equals to 1 by 18 Gd square into G minus 1 here into rho w Vs upon mu. Okay, so what we will do is we will cancel out 1 Vs from both the sides. So this will be equals to Vs will be 1 by 18 Gd square into G minus 1 upon, here it will be nu. Okay, it will be nu. We know that mu by density of water is nothing but the nu, right? That is nothing but the kinematic viscosity. Okay, so final equation of settling velocity for particle size less than 0.1 mm will be Vs equals to 1 by 18 Gd square into G minus 1 upon mu. Okay, and this is the equation known as settling velocity, equation of settling velocity given by Stokes. Okay, now here mu will be equals to, or unit of mu will be centistoke, sorry, and 1 centistoke will be equals to 0.01 centimeter per second, or it is known as 1 mm square per second, right? Clear? So now at temperature T equals to 10 degrees centigrade, at T equals to 10 degrees centigrade, having kinematic viscosity 1.13 and gravitational force 9810 mm per second square. Putting all these values in the equation, what we will get is Vs equals to 416 g minus 1 into d square, right? And for any other temperature, the velocity will be equals to 416 g minus 1 d square into 3t plus 70 by 100. Okay, so at temperature 10 degree centigrade you have to apply this equation, and for any other temperature you have to apply this equation, right, where temperature T is in degree centigrade. Okay, clear?